We're back, guys, and today we're working on the Honda Element. This is episode 2. First episode, if you aren't familiar, we bought this bad boy sight unseen. We fixed a couple issues if you want to check that out. But now we're going to work on some other issues. Now we need to do the e-brake cables, we need to do the backing plates. But when I was at the junkyard yesterday, junkying a couple cars out of the yard, I noticed they had a Honda Element SC. So what did I do? Let me show you. Welcome to my mess. I went to the yard this morning, made sure I was the first person at the yard. The Element wasn't even pinged up yet, and I managed to score the full interior, the carpet, the center console, roof racks, door panels, everything to make this interior a nicer looking interior. I'm not much for the ruggedness. Now I do like the fact I can put motors in the back of this, but for the front, it's a daily driver. For the winter, I'd like a carpet. I'd like the fitted floor mats. I would like stuff like that. So today's episode, we're gonna strip this interior. We're gonna get it ready to put the SC interior in and the carpet in and have a lot of fun. So let's get at it. So you will see there's part of the center console. We got the door panel, center console. I grabbed the headlight. I'm gonna buff it to flip. And then I got the roof racks and stuff back there. So let's get the front seats out and then we can start working on, getting this interior stripped. So here's the interior beforehand. Seats are definitely destroyed. Back seats are already out because I had to go to the U-Pull. As you see, there's the SC front seats. We have all 4 SC door panels, a whole bunch of trim for the center console, the other seat. This Element piece is already in there, but all the SE stuff and the SE formats were actually from, obviously, today. Always nice finding parts. So welcome to the east coast of Canada. This floor so far is solid. Must have a water leak because I noticed the one at the U-Pull had a hole there. I'm gonna clean this up. You can see that the interior clip there got a little soft. Now, if you watched the first video of this, when we had it up on the hoist, we did see that there was a hole right there. You can see it's still there. Now it's solid here. It's where the 90 degree is for the floor. I'm not going to do it today because it is winter. I'm probably going to do it come spring when I paint the whole car. But I'm going to cut out this floorboard and replace it with another one. The junkyard. The U-Pull has a 2011 Element. That was a flood car from the States, so it's completely rust-free. I'm probably going to cut the floor out of that just to weld it in this. I'll probably do the passenger side and driver's side. And that brings me to the next thing is I think I'm going to do a 2011 body swap. So I'm going to swap the fenders, the hood, the rad support, the headlights, the rear bumper, and all the plastics on the outside to 2011, just because I like the style a little better for what we're going to do to this car, which is we're going to lower it. And we're going to make this into a parts hauler. I'll show you more in a later date. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get the shop vac out and we're going to clean up the floor just so there's no dirt and stuff underneath of it. Then we'll get the carpet in and we're going to have to shampoo the carpet because it is disgusting. That's nasty. So I can probably hear all you guys right now asking, why am I putting this in? I'm going to put the front and rear in, and then I'm going to shampoo and try to get a lot of this cleaned up. I think that's probably the best way to do this. Okay guys, so I've been working on this a little bit off camera because it's kind of like a puzzle that I don't remember taking apart. No, I'm joking. I know when I took apart, but there's a lot of brackets or there's a lot of holes that this car doesn't have because it wasn't supposed to have this center console. So I'm, dealing with that. So let me show you. First off, the carpet and back seats are in. Now, I tried to vacuum it up, but this hair for my little shop vac wasn't working. So this is going to get professionally detailed. So unfortunately, the carpet's just going to be like this. Send it off for the price of it. I'll get everything done and be over with. So here's the center console started. Now you will see that the e-brake cables are going to have to be changed because there's the SC. There's the SC there. There's the cables down there. So a couple things you can do is you can put a threaded rod on this to bring that down and adjust it that way. I'm just going to buy the proper cables because these cables are no good anyways. You see this e-brake cable bracket here. I put 2 self-tapping screws. I just drilled them kind of tight against the sub, so make sure you do it without the sub being in. Now that's nice and tight. The cable here for the light for your e-brake, I'm going to have to extend it to put it on. No big deal. I do have the other harness, but it won't connect. And for what I do see on the forums, I know forums is kind of a weird thing because people don't look at forums no more. So a lot of people don't use this bracket. Now, this is the SE bracket. I'm using it because, well, this bolts to it, so I want it to be somewhat secure. Obviously, that's the way it was designed. The issue is we don't have the holes. So you will see right there that we have the one hole, and from what I read online, you center it off in that hole and you put it down and it's good. So I did that. And then I squared off the bracket here and I put a soft tapper there. So this isn't tight yet because I want to get the center console in spot, and then if I need to slide it forward or backwards, I can do that. So that's why that's not tight yet. So I'm going to continue putting this together. It's pretty straightforward now. And then when we come back, we're going to install the seats. Now I did run into some issues, 2 feet jumping in at once, is the 07s don't have the seat belt here, which is kind of nice. I can get rid of that. I did grab the plastic anyways, so I have both pieces. The issue is I don't think my airbags are going to work. I'm going to have to look. I think all my airbags are the same because I do have side impact on my seats, where this is an 05, but I think it's the seat belt. Well, probably, you plug it in, it tells you that it's plugged in, so I'm going to have to look at that to see what's going on. Okay, so I had to take this out a second time because if you look here, that's the SC one, that's the regular one. Now, when I compared them, they look the same, but they're really not. You can see right here, this has 2 slots. These 2 slots are for the bottom part of the storage compartment. So I just had to take this apart to do that. So now I'm back to putting this back in. So like this is going to happen probably 2 or 3 times where, you don't know where things go. So you got to just make sure when I took the thing from the junkyard, I took every bracket to make sure that if I didn't have it, I had it this time. So keep that in mind if you're buying it new, buying it used, that you get every single bracket, because even the bottom base attached to the bottom of the car is different. So that's the bracket right there. So it actually pushes down right in there and right in there. So now I can continue. Now, don't be discouraged if you have to do it 2 or 3 times because, well, that's the way of learning. Sometimes things are like that. So what I'm going to do now is get the actual center console back in, start fitting that up. I'm not really going to show that, guys, because this is the way you take it apart. But I can't wait to see the SC interior in this car. What an adventure that was. So what we ended up doing was got center console in. Now again, e-brake doesn't work because we had to order SC cables, which is fine. We got the carpet in. We're gonna have to get this whole car detailed because I just don't have the equipment to get that carpet as clean as I would like. So you will notice that the driver's side door panels are on, front and rear, and seat is on. So far we're going pretty good. Now I'm going to show you on this side, since it's a little open and you guys can see, we're going to change both door panels and we're going to put the seat in. Now you will notice that we have, these are going to be airbag here, and one of these is going to be seat belt, so when your seat belt clicks, it won't beep. That clips in, the airbag ones don't, which we figured that it wouldn't. A lot of people say that the 07 seats won't actually bolt into this car without building extensions. This is an 05 and they bolt right in. There's no issues that way. But I will not have no side impact airbags, and I will have an airbag light on, which I already did anyways, because this seat belt here was broken. Well, it wasn't broken, but it was throwing a code for the malfunction of the seat belt. So it is what it is. I'm not going to worry about it. More than likely, I'll just take the ball or put a little piece of black tape over it, just because I don't care. I'm modifying this car. It's probably going to get a carbon fiber steering wheel or a racing wheel, which will disable all the airbags anyways. So it is what it is. I'll probably even just pull the fuse so that way the airbags are disabled. So enough of me talking. Let's get that seat in and see what this interior looks like. Let me show you the difference so far. So the SC seats, they're filthy, but I do like the door panels. It flows in a little nicer. I just found out that this has infinity speakers, which we'll see when we take the door apart. So old ones, new ones. These are just too plain. Like, I understand this was designed to be rugged camper, you know, all that stuff, but I still want to use it as a parts hauler, but I want it to be comfortable on the inside. Center console definitely does that. Can't wait to swap it to a 5-speed and make it all-wheel drive. And like that, guys, we are done. Interior is in, and until it gets detailed, I'm not touching it. So next on the list of things to do, we need to do e-brake cables. I need to run my power from my outlet from there to there. I do have the jumper harness, but I'm going to make something to go up to that one. Probably going to do a couple of USBs, since I will be putting an aftermarket radio with rear view camera and nav and all that crap in it. And then what else we got? We got a gas leak we got to fix. And then we have rims and tires for the winter. We're going to install Acura Brembros with some waffle wheels, I believe, and we're going to do a couple other things. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you're following this build, or if you're following the Civic Ute, or whatever the case may be. But we'll definitely catch you on the next.